comfortable. Sit there.
So, darling, what's happening here?
I'm going to start prepping the polosami.
I suppose we should have some backstory. We're about to have a lovo. It's not the best day for it here in Suva, but it's always a good day to eat lovo, so let's go. What are you doing? What is this?
These are the dalo leaves.
Yeah. And what, for those that don't know, what are you going to make with these? And what's dalo? Dalo is a root crop.
Yes, it is.
That is very popular in the Pacific Islands, in particular Fiji. We prefer cassava, which is tapioca,
That's right.
but dalo is very popular here. And
So
these are the
dalo
leaves. What is it called? Mtoke in Bowen? Mbele? Is that mbele? No.
Roro.
Roro.
Yeah.
So what's mbele? I thought roro was the actual...
Bell is closer to silver beet.
Right.
So.
I thought roro was actually the end result. You know how something starts off as... Anyway.
I guess so.
Leaves are different,
Yeah,
called
right,
differently
I know
to
what
the
you mean,
actual thing that is made from them. So these are beautiful. What a beautiful color. Do they have a scent, a fragrance? No.
Not really. They're. Yeah.
Okay.
No smell. It's just normal. But yeah, so I'm gonna clean it and wash it and get it ready for balsa.
And what do we do with these?
I'm gonna use the rind. I'm gonna put that in the coconut cream.
Mmm.
In the rind only. And
Yum.
that goes into the Lovo with the cream and stuff. You'll see.
Okay.
We're prepping
Okay.
it.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, cool.
What are you doing, my darling?
I
Well, I know what you're
am
doing.
taking the rind off the lemon.
So yes, you're just it's a fine grate that you're doing though.
Yes, so I'm gonna mix this in with the coconut milk.
Right. Oof, that's a beautiful combination, coconut milk and lime rind.
Yeah.
Because
So
you're doing this.
Smell the rind.
Oh my goodness! Woof! Oh wow! Whoa! Wow! Wow! Oh my goodness! Right. Ah. Okay, I'm sorry. That was just
It's lovely, huh?
marvelous. Oh, look! The sun came out just as I inhaled.
So yeah.
Oh, that's right. There were two limes. No, wait. Is this lemon?
Yes, lemon.
This is Fijian lemon.
Yeah, molicaro.
Molicaro. And it's called thus because of the way it the skin looks, which is what?
Caro.
Caro. And molly is
I
the
think-
lemon.
Yeah, I think.
Either way, it means mottled skin, lemon.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess
Well,
so.
some one of those things.
I guess so. I think that's it.
So, darling, you think that this is boring because you just said we'll film the washing. You don't think this is interesting? It's because it's the tedious part. It's oh so easy for me to have said, oh, let's have a novel. Oh my goodness, this is preparation as art. I find this fascinating. I mean, no one thinks about all this. Because, okay, the washing has got a romantic feel to it. We're cleansing it, not just for practical reasons. Let's face it, all spirituality is based on practicality. You know, we're not just washing it for hygienic, practical reasons, etc., health reasons. We're washing it to honor its soul, as a living being.
Yeah.
Gosh, what did you sound? Look, let's just take it as fact that what I just said was fact, okay? Let's understand. No, you don't have to. I know you understand. But anyone else listening to this is probably going, okay, what have I stumbled across? What kind of woo-woo is this shit? No. Oops, are we allowed to swear? I'm just saying that everything needs to be thanked for its existence. And it's the fact that it ceased to exist for our sustenance, because plants sustain the earth, etc., and all that. So it's a cycle. So that's why we wash it, and we have this lovely cleansing, practical thing going on. But this is fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Well, darling, this is the hard work. This is the work that everybody else does, and the CEO gets the praise, and the director gets the praise, or the actor gets the praise,
Sure.
But this is the editing. The fuck, does the editor ever get the praise for how a movie ends up? Or, thank gosh, not the blame. Because sometimes it's all in the editing.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, when it is all crap, the editor does get credit.
Well, there you go.
But when it's good.
That's right, you're right. When it's crap, the editor does get that crap credit. The crap edit. Because, yes, but it is all in the editing. It's all in what you put in and leave out or choose to show.
Oops.
Like that. But I think that's amazing, because I'm fascinated by what you're doing here. I hope the viewer is as fascinated as I am. And you're doing that because it's not good for the wrapping, or is it because it's like sometimes how you've got to supposedly milk a cucumber?
Yeah.
Right. Which I always found fascinating. Like, why am I doing this? Okay, I'll do it, because it was weirdly scientific. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? Even as a kid, that's the only thing I really liked doing.
Yeah. Apparently this is to, okay, so...
Oh, and scraping coconut. Yes, sorry. This is to what, Don?
Reduce the itch factor.
Right.
So, Roro is famous for its itchy.
So who the
Famous for
hell
being
ate it first?
itchy.
Man,
So
I
there's a
want
way
to find the descendants of that person. Yeah.
There's a way to make it that reduces the itch, or there's no itch at all. So I think these things help. I don't know.
You're stirring a memory. I have a vague memory of my mother maybe trying to tell me, and I'm like, not taking anything in. Or something, or conversation I overheard about how, kajuaine. So something mustn't kajuao, which is the Fiji bath for its itchy. Make sure it doesn't scratch, so cut this off, or something like that. I do remember. Right.
So, yeah.
Well,
Oops.
but I don't know what we were using dalo leaves for. Bhaji? Do we make bhaji from dalo leaves?
Yeah, you guys
Or
have
sena? I think we use bhaji or
that
dalo.
fried thing.
Yeah, for the fried thing. I like that fried
Yeah, I
thing.
love it.
It's sena.
Is it? That's what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
and that's what I don't know, because I don't know why. But either way, I do know that any of the... Maybe so they tried to replicate something from their homeland, this set of Indians, and they couldn't find the leaf. So, and they tried these leaves, but these leaves were itchy. But they found a way to make it not itchy for whatever they wanted. And if it wasn't good enough, then they thought, well, they'll make something else. So maybe sena and all that came out of it. It was very clever. The tokay and what they, lived off, and the Indo and what they adapted to is amazing. Oh, what wonderful, wonderful races. I wish they coexisted happier than they do. They do. They can't they acknowledge how happy they are to coexist? They have so much fun together. They have so much fun trading each other's culture and food. I mean, who is the best toke food cook we know? Your mother. Who is?
Indian.
Yeah. Because who taught you all this, darling?
Oh, my mom. I mean, this is watching my mom, so just taking things in.
Well, see, that's your skill too, because I too was beside my mother in the kitchen and like, oh wow, she does this magic thing and opens cupboards, and I get chocolate cake, or I feel like eating roti and something, and I asked for it, and all of a sudden she just tucked her sari around her waist, her sari dupatta drape, and like 2 minutes later, I had roti and curry. This is how spoiled I was by her.
Sure.
So pampered, so adored. And this is what you are to me, you do to me. You pamper me when it comes to my palate. I think because my mother knew I really appreciated, I loved taste,
Sure. You do though.
I love and appreciate so deeply. And this art, oh my goodness, it's all just such art, my darling. Everything's art. Everything is art, but it requires the artist, the right artist, the correct person to bring that art out, to make it apparent. So you say everybody can draw, and I say to you, no. We all have the feeling and want to. We want to be able to draw. We wish we could. We all want to play with pencils and colors, etc. We all make rainbows and W's that look like birds flying off into the sunset. We all do that. But only certain people can really create the art. Likewise music, likewise singing, likewise anything. Everyone can press a shutter on a camera, but only artists, photographers capture the art of whatever it is around us that we want to capture, the photons that come together to create imagery. So so maybe everyone can cook except me. But perhaps I really understood my limitation, that I am not the artist here. My artistry lies elsewhere when it comes to food. And only you have been able to see that and bring it out in me. And then working at our restaurant together, understanding myself and understanding that, oh my God, my best trait, I have always said, is that I can see the best in people and I can bring it out in them. And I reflect something that I see back to them, and that makes them want to be better. Some fail spectacularly and then blame me. But a few, okay, maybe you, I'm like, holy cow, you are the most incredible person I know. Okay. This was about Lovo, so I mustn't make everything about you. Dear viewer, please understand that I am deeply in love with my husband, and he is deeply in love with me, and he shows his adoration and love for me for just creating this art for me, creating art together and loving me and pouring all his love into everything he does for me.
I love you.
Oh, I love you, my love.
It's a pleasure.
And it's a pleasure for me to watch you. It's also our trust, though. It's also the trust we have for each other. Here comes the romantic part. Bathing the leaves, cleansing them.
Hydrophobic.
I'm sorry, my Toke sisters and brothers and family and non-binaries. Dalo does not taste like anything. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It tastes like the feeling of full. So it's it fills them up and stops hunger from seeping in, I feel. Because it doesn't taste like anything. If you were to ask me what dalo tastes like, I'll say it tastes like a hard velvet bite. It tastes like the texture of hard velvet. And when I say hard velvet's never going to be hard. It's just going to be tougher. So at least you get a bite and not just a sink through air. Right now, I don't know what I'm saying. But dalo is tasteless. Sorry. You can fry it and you can do other things to it, but that's embellishing something. That's just adding flavor. Because you can't draw flavor out of dalo.
It's like chicken, huh?
Well, chicken, yes. You can add flavor. You seem to have a knack for it, though, to draw flavor out of chicken. You have a real knack for drawing flavor out of meat. That's amazing. You're the first person I know. And this is my objectivity, because you know I'm quite a critique. It has not fared me well, this trait of mine. Whoops. So, yes, you seem to do that, but dalo doesn't have taste. That's it. I said it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You seem to not agree, darling? Or do you agree?
Well, it has a taste, but yeah, it's bland. It's like chicken.
It's bland,
Chicken has
so
a
it has
taste.
no taste.
So
it has
chicken
texture.
has a taste, but it's just
It has an absence of taste that is almost a taste.
So like chicken.
That's why everything tastes like chicken. Because chicken doesn't have a taste, as you've said.
Yeah.
But the taste, well, you say, no, as I have said, but you understand that that lack of taste is a taste.
yeah.
So, but dalo, no. But the first people found a way to really do things with it. I'm surprised they haven't, oh, maybe they do. Do they have infrastructure things made, building material made out of dalo? Dalo?
I don't think so.
Like, do they have paper made out of dalo and stuff? This leaf? I mean, why wasn't it made into a material? Look at this amazing thing. This leaf that you're just showing me is hydrophobic and therefore protective. Why don't they have raincoats made out of this material or other protective material or just clothing?
Can you make clothes out of
We don't know, though. Yes, we can. We're making it out of cotton and hemp. There is a way to make things out of everything.
So,
Human beings have found that way. So what I'm saying to you, why has anyone not taken it further and understood something about this dalo leaf, which seems to repel water, which is fascinating. This is what I'm saying. It protected the first people who got here. They were able to get shelter from it, from the relentless rain, which makes this country so lush. So tropical and lush. Green, it's so green. The colors are so vivid. Reds are red. Pinks and pink. All shades of pink. Sometimes the water washes it out too much. But there is a nice balance somewhere for a few months and everything is just so luscious. Oof. And at various times the root crops and fruit are better than the others because that's the better time for them to grow. I speak with no knowledge of agriculture. I just speak with some with a vivid imagination. This is beautiful. Look at how, I don't know if this is picking up, but the sound behind us is Mr. Mackenzie, who, by the way, dear viewer, is an old school teacher of mine, not of mine personally, because during that time at Suva Grammar School in the 80s, 70s, 80s, women, females, girls were not allowed to do woodwork, and that was like, why? You know, how dare you? So anyway, he was a cool teacher who did all that. So he's out there sharpening his knife because he's about to go hunt. Wild fish.
Wild fish.
Wild fish. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at how beautiful this is. This vivid green. On the other side, its counterpart, a lighter green to take in less sun. So only one side gets that green, so that the underside provides shelter from rain and sun. Why has this not been studied for its properties, sun protection factor properties? Maybe it has, and we just don't know it. I certainly have not heard of it. They've taken other leaf sorts. But this not only protects from sun, because look at how pale it is, so that means the sun, you know, because it's so dark on this side, right? So it takes in all the chlorophyll, right?
Yeah.
The colour, and that's what... Now someone's going to hear this go, oh my gosh, aha! And next thing, they're going to have a dala leaf product for clothing and for skincare and for protection. Dala leaf umbrellas. God, I'm just giving away all the ideas. Somebody invest in us and we'll break it down for you how to do it.
Should make a dala leaf shaped umbrella.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
There it is.
Look how beautiful that is. Look how each one becomes one sheaf or section of the umbrella. And you could put it to bamboo and tie it with mangi. Oh my goodness.
Should make one. Huh?
We should absolutely. So I know that you make frames, darling. You can very well make an easy bamboo frame or wood frame for an umbrella, right?
Yeah.
Is Mr. Mackenzie scraping coconut?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we must go then.
Okay.
To the bat cave.
Yeah, go down.
To
Check out what he's doing.
To the Lovo cave.
Told us to start this and he took off to the west. Sorry.
Coconuts. Let's talk coconuts, darling. What's going on
So
here?
I'm going to tell you how to get a straight crack on the shell like that.
Right, so we've just
Straight
watched
edges,
Mr. Mackenzie,
yeah.
but regular viewers know how good you are at doing it, this too. So,
sometimes when you crack a coconut, it gets all jagged and
Right.
stuff. So to get it nice and straight like that,
yes.
every coconut has a set of eyes. So you've got three dots there.
Right.
The eyes have the lids. So
Okay.
that one doesn't have a lid. So if you
All
look
right.
real close, you can see
Whoa.
that the eyes have lids.
Oh my
So-
gosh, now this is going to make people not want to eat coconut, darling.
And
Looks like this.
This one. So you can see that one. Can you
Yes.
see the eyes there?
Well,
It's these two.
yes, those two. Right, all right.
Right. So that line between the eyes is where you crack the
Oh
coconut.
my god, so it's the cranium.
Yeah. So you that's the line
Yeah,
where you hit to get that straight crack.
okay. So
So you
not,
bang.
so
So if you hit it-
perpendicular to it, not
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. So the line that runs between the eyes. So over here is where you crack it. Not here. See, there's lines going there.
Yeah.
And there. Not there and not there. That's the line.
Okay.
to get the straight cut.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
So.
it's fantastic. Who taught you this, my darling?
My father.
Wow, that's beautiful. And your father, let's for the viewers, your father is from?
Lambasa.
And he's half Tokay, half Chinese.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's why you have knowledge of such things.
I got mine all ready.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Yum. That was great. This is why I used to love scraping. That's the only thing I could do. But somehow they never got the same amount from me as they did from the others.
You want a chair to sit down?
Sorry, honey?
I got a chair for you.
No, I'm good, Mr. Mackenzie. This is poetry. It's so beautiful. Sound.
Hey. Go.
This is making me cry. This is beautiful.
Cindy, what's the time now?
It's 2 o'clock. Oh, it's 1 o'clock.
Oh. So 3 o'clock? 4? Put in 1 hour?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. This does sound good. It's rhythmic. love watching my husband do anything. It's so capable, it's so sexy. This is new, it's oof, just as sexy. Watch.
Okay. Okay, good. Get the powder out.
Mosquitoes.
Small ones, then the small ones. Kinder,
What was it?
Your newspaper? Let it fuck away, please, for these two up.
When did you build this, Mr. Mackenzie?
Oh. Actually, I was in a bunker when this thing was made.
Okay.
So you can try some of those things, huh? Yeah. Sit. Sit.
A bit more of this, eh?
Sorry, Duane, this is my chopping board.
Whoop, better not throw that.
Because I'll just throw anything in the fire, right?
Yes, darling, we know, Mr. Mackenzie. If something's there to throw, Duane will throw it. By mistake, has no idea. I lost a pair of very lovely boots because of that. It's all right, my beloved. I'll let you live it down one day.
Not today.
Mosquitoes love me.
What's stuff on the side? Oh, there it is. Where there's smoke, there's fire. There's not my chopping board too in the middle there.
What?
No, I'm just okay.
Wow. Star. I'm sure Mr. Mackenzie used to do this to all the students.
Set, Duane? All done? Going or no?
Ooh, lovely smell.
Catching, huh?
You have some paper too? That's what we did.
Look at these two. It's all ritual, all races, all cultures have rituals of preparation. I don't understand why we don't recognize that all cultures have this. It all revolves around fire. Chopping board. Mr. Mackenzie, you're naughty. Chopping board. You all just spoil each other like this.
How's it going, Duane?
It's going. The paper's going. As the show. Have to keep it going until the wood starts to clash.
Can I just have one with brown on the set so I can light this one?
Some wood says to catch fire. That's all.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Something's happening, yeah.
Oof.
Using this opportunity to make holes at the bottom of these.
Oh, of his pot plant pots. Mr. Mackenzie is, of course, a man of many skills. He was our woodwork and metalwork teacher. So you usually do this over a gas stove? Just heat up
Yes,
what,
yes.
a nail or just this thing?
This is
My
there's a smaller-
goodness, Mr. Mackenzie. We should have a show. Mr. Mackenzie's tips and tricks. Well, Mr. Mackenzie, you were a woodworking, metalworking teacher.
Yeah. How's that been?
Fantastic. Mr. Mackenzie's making holes at the bottom of all his pot plant pots. And this is called multitasking. Using a Lovo. The heat and fire. Oof, look at that. To do very practical things. Kill two birds with one of many Lovo stones. Fantastic.
Sorry, that's fine. Sorry. It's fine, it's fine.
It has to be said that preparing a Lovo is not as simple as just having a barbecue in the backyard. There is a lot of work involved in this. It's no wonder this doesn't happen every weekend, Mr. Mackenzie.
True.
My goodness. This is a real ritual. I was just saying earlier that this takes a lot of preparation. It's not as simple as, an Australian backyard barbecue. Because now, I thought everything else was hard. The cutting of the coconut, the scraping of the coconut, the preparing. Whoa. I was also, my husband, Duane, asked me if this was my first Lovo, and much to my shame, yes it is. Although I've eaten Lovo cooked food numerous times, and of course seen the, the hospitality ones, the hotel guests, etc. But I've never actually seen it like this, just on the backyard, And I think I was the one that said, let's do a Lovo. Oh my goodness. I did not realize. So darling, what is this you're doing?
It's kind of, the heat from the stone is
Cooking it?
cooking it, also
Or bringing out the...
extracting the cream.
Right,
almost.
right. So it's
I think,
pressing.
yeah.
It's actually chemically inducing a press. Or you're going to be doing the press, the second part of this press, right? When I say chemically, I mean the organic way. The heat, the stone, because that's organic material. And that's cooked. Does the stone, do we know, does it heat up throughout? Of course it would, right?
Yeah.
It's porous. Wow.
Right. Leave down there.
Okay. Wow. Well, this is your workout, darling, for the week coming. So what are you doing now, okay?
I am squeezing.
Oh my god.
Wow.
We've talked about Asha's grip and strength,
Yes, we have.
and how when she squeezes this, Asha is my mother-in-law. When she does this, it's like what, the tap has opened.
Yeah. So you can use her dried coconut to start a fire.
Wow, this gets maximum usage. The coconut. This is harder than squeezing the kava roots, yes?
Yeah.
So, darling, what does this create? What does this do? What is it used for? I'm asking really basic, simple questions, just so we can all... I'll ask the stupid questions for everybody, so that everyone really knows what's going on here. So what are you doing, and what are you doing this for?
So I'm squeezing the cream out of the coconut. So what that stone does is actually make it really creamy. Look at that.
Oh my goodness. Sounds
So it's a
rather...
lot thicker than it
Sounds
really
rather
could be.
erotic, darling.
It does.
La la la
And
la
I'm
la.
squeezing the cream out of the coconut
Right.
to make a lolo. So to put in the balsam.
Sorry, husband. Let's bring my mind back to work now.
Focus enough.
Is that a photographer joke?
It is now.
Before I rudely interrupted you with my passionate thoughts. So you're doing this to get a thick cream out. And what is this called at the end of it?
Lolo.
I mean, I know
And
that.
this is what
But we're not going to assume that only Fijians are watching this.
Sure. This is for the palusami. Taro leaf.
Taro, that's what Dalo is. I forgot. I would
Taro leaves. Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Yes. Taro. So the Chinese, I believe, I'm not sure if it's Chinese mainland or Chinese Australian, use turnips and, of course they would use turnips, but they use taro in their yum cha dishes.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
Sir, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So usually this takes a few people, right?
Yes.
To do, not just two and
But, you know.
but I wonder what a wonderful bonding experience it is. So it's like what they do to olives to get pressed oil, right? To get the oil.
Yes, so.
So this is something about this presses or compresses the coconut.
or the outer, or the moistness of the coconut, and it sort of, it might separate, I don't know, might separate whatever the components that make up the shredded coconut.
Yeah, I mean there is a science behind it. I don't know what it is, but
Absolutely a science behind this.
It extracts
How
something.
clever human beings. Why again do we look outside of ourselves to find divinity? I do not know. I was saying that this ritual is a prayer. It's so respectful to nature and to human endeavor. I wonder what they used for their material. What do you think the first people used?
Husk,
Bark.
coconut husk.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Wow, so they use the husk. I think I've seen this. Use the husk.
That's how
You've
they used
told
to.
me this. I think
yeah,
it's
that's how they used to mix.
grog.
Yeah, yangon.
Right.
Yeah.
Yangon. So I'm sitting on the coconut scraper. I feel like a bit of a fraud, actually, darling. I shouldn't be sitting on this at all. However, I
not
can tell you that in my childhood, I absolutely loved scraping coconut. But I was the worst coconut scraper because I would eat it all. So, Mom would give it to me. So she'd give it to me knowing that she's not actually going to get much of the coconut back. Because I'd sit here and eat. And then she'd just take what I had give her and mix it with sugar for me.
That's lovely.
Oh, my mother. Ah. Sounds of suburban Suva on a Sunday. Is everyone at church or something? Because where's the laughter? I used to. Or they're hungover. This is, yeah.
From church.
Yeah. What is it? The wine, the sacrament? Oh dear.
Blood of Christ.
It's wine. Excuse me, people. I need to tell you that Jesus is not in grapes.
No, it's when the priest blesses the wine, it turns into the blood of Christ.
A human man has the power to do that.
Yeah. He's been given the power through God.
Okay, so a white. It's usually-
Sorry. God's given him the power.
So a white male usually has got the power.
Yes. But
to
now there are a lot of
bless fruit to make it the blood of.
yeah. Well, now they're
Someone who may have existed, but his persona is fiction. He's superhero.
first superhero ever. Jesus.
And everyone needs faith, and I don't begrudge them that. And people who follow my account and listen to my stories and read my stories know that I talk about this a lot, and that I don't begrudge anyone their faith, as long as their faith is not tied to a religion that oppresses others for not believing that particular religion. That's practically all religions. All religions have discriminated against all the other religions. How fantastic.
Slim pickings.
Even Jedis, when I think about it, like if I ran the Jedis, if I ran the whole Force system,
If you control the Force.
I don't want to control the Force.
Well, that's a Jedi, right? That's a Jedi's job. They control the Force.
Well, I don't
Or
want
they
to control the
manipulate
Force. I don't think they're supposed to manipulate either. I think they're supposed to use the Force.
That sounds worse.
No, use the Force so
to use
you
it.
respect the Force. It's like, darling, it's us. I'm the Jedi. You're the Force. I say I would like to eat Lovo. And voila. Ugh, why am I saying it in French?
Sounds good.
Et voila. And so you're making it happen, you know?
Sure.
All I have to do is ask, and now I'm filming. And ah.
Hello. It's yours.
Yours? Enough for you?
For you?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Set. That's yours.
I'll give you container later.
Set, no worries. Alright.
What's happening now, darling?
I'm putting the Polynesian together.
Okay. So, okay. Wow. That's what you've just squeezed out of all that shredded coconut.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
So, you want to dip your finger in and taste it?
Yeah,
Tell me
I
what you
do.
taste. It's almost caramelized.
Oh my god. Oh, there's smokiness to it.
That's right, yeah. So that's what the hot stone does.
Right. Oh my gosh. It's creamy without being overwhelming. It's like it's not thick, it's not coating your tongue.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
sort
the
of
lemon rind.
oh my god. Oh my god.
Not too much.
Oh my goodness.
Bit of salt.
A bit of salt. Wow, darling. Wow.
Can you taste this for me?
Gladly.
I need your taste.
This is going to be interesting. Let me see. Okay. Oh my god.
What does it mean?
It needs a bit more of a kick in the side, so it needs a bit more of the zest.
Okay.
Oh, it needs a proper zest to match
Sure. Right.
the creaminess.
Okay.
Because it's rich.
Yes.
It's very rich.
Yeah,
And it needs a counterbalance.
Do you reckon a squeeze of lemon?
A squeeze of lemon, yes. Oh, yes. Now let me taste this. It is quite creamy. Rich, sorry. The cream is rich, but with flavor. But you do need to balance it with seasoning, salt and lemon as you've done. Okay, let's see this. Oh yeah.
That's it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So of course before aluminium foil and all that, they used banana
Banana
leaves.
leaves.
And who taught you this, darling? Mum.
My mother.
So this is Asha's Lovo. Asha's, well,
Polynesian.
Palusami. But you learned how to do this from your parents, yes?
and prepare the preparation for the food from your mother and the preparation for the Lovo oven by your father or with your father?
Yeah,